Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. After the long time, I'm back with new video. In this video, we are going to see a new chapter, chapter 7, alternating current or simply known as AC current. So before going to start this topic, let me recall the previous one. So in all the previous classes, we studied about chapter 6, electromagnetic induction. So the important basic principle of electromagnetic induction is whenever there is a change in magnetic flux, an EMF induced according to Faraday's law, an EMF induced. Then we study the direction of EMF based on Lenz's law. Okay, the direction which always opposes the cause responsible for its production, right? Then we solve some numericals based on Lenz's law. Okay, what is the direction of current in circular coil or square loop or a length wire? Okay, then we studied motional EMF, right? EMF equal to BL into V. So that is known as motional EMF. Then we studied Faraday's law and some numerical based on Faraday's law, like a rotating coil or a circular plate. Okay. Then we studied some NCERT numericals, which are given in your NCERT book, and eddy current, energy consideration, how Lenz's law supports law of conservation of energy, self-induction, self-induction of long solenoid, mutual induction. So all these topics we studied in last chapter. And the most important thing is AC generator, right? Okay, which is the continuation of this chapter, AC generator. So in AC generator, we use the electromagnetic principle. It works on the principle of electromagnetic induction, which means whenever the rotating coil which are links with the magnetic field change. Why it is changing? Because the coil is rotating continuously. Okay, the omega will change continuously. Then we have the orientation change. Then we have induced EMF in that coil. Okay, so by using the AC generator, work on this principle. Whenever there is a change in magnetic flux or whenever there is a change in orientation of coil, area of coil, then there will be an EMF induced in that coil. So that induced EMF produced induced current, and the direction of induced current is changed based on the rotation of the coil. So for first half cycle, it will be positive value. Next half cycle, it will be negative value. Then we draw two graphs, right, for voltage as well as current. So the graph will be like a wave. Okay, in first half cycle it will be positive, next half cycle it will be negative. It's like a sinusoidal wave. Okay, so from that AC generator, from the continuation of that AC generator, we are going to see a new chapter, that is alternating current. First we see the difference between DC current and AC current. So in DC current, or we can say in direct current, it flows in one single direction, or we can say unidirectional current. So DC current also known as unidirectional current. Why? Because it flows in single direction. It flows in only one direction. Okay, if we draw a graph for this DC current, then we have somewhat like this. So the current will flow in only one direction in upper half cycle. Okay, so this is current and this is time. With respect to time, the charge will flow in one single direction, hence we get current, and the current will be in only positive half cycle. If we draw a graph for this, then I have somewhat like this. Okay, for every positive half cycle, I have current only flows from positive. So this is the graph for DC current. Or I can draw this graph like this also. So current flows in opposite direction, but only in one direction. there is no change in the direction of current. Okay, there is no change in the direction of current. So current always flow in only one direction. So that type of current known as DC current. Whereas AC current continuously changes its direction from positive to negative, negative to positive. So it will change like that. Okay, in AC generator we saw the graph. It looks like this. So this is the mean value for AC current. First half cycle it will be positive, next half cycle it will be negative, then positive, then negative. So it will flow somewhat like this. Here we have positive value, negative value, positive value, negative value, and it goes on. So the current will change frequently in both sides. So this is the graph, a simple graph for AC current. Okay, if we draw a current, another graph for this, then I have positive current initially for some time. For example, if I take 2 ampere current flows in 1 second, then for next second it will flows in opposite direction. Then for third second it will flows in again opposite direction. Fourth second again it will change its direction. So like that the current direction will change frequently. Okay, so if you draw a sinusoidal wave for this, then we will get graph somewhat like this. Clear? So here I have positive value. For example, if I take 2 ampere, here I have plus 2 ampere. Then here I have minus 2 ampere. Again it goes on plus 2 ampere, minus 2 ampere. So it will change frequently. So come to the topic. The first topic is average value, or we can say average current or average voltage. So how to find the average value? As we know, instantaneous current. What is the formula for instantaneous current? I equal to dq by dt. This is the formula for instantaneous current. Right? If I take average current, then I have a fixed charge for a fixed time. Then I get average current. Okay, so take the value of q from instantaneous equation. We have I equal to dq by dt. Take the value of dq here. Dq equal to I dt. If I do integration for dq only, the integration of dq will be q. Here I do integration, I have I dt. Okay, I do integration on both sides. So I take q outside the integration. I still kept the I dt inside the integration. So q will be integration of I dt. Now substitute the value of q in I average equation. We get I average equal to integration of I dt divided by, instead of t, if I want to write this t in integration form, then I can write it as dt, right? Just reverse mode. We can write dq as q by after the integration, or we can write q as dq, okay, in integration form. So if we integrate dq or if we integrate dt, then we get t. If we want to get t, then simply I have to integrate this t as dt. Okay, so here I write this t as integration of dt. Both are same. Integration of dt will be t. For our convenience, I write this. So this is the equation of average current. Or if you take any average, the equation will look like this. If you take power average, what's the equation for power? Power equal to f of t, function of t. If you take power average, then it will become like this. Power dt divided by dt. Okay, or if you take anything like, for example, for general example, I take y average. How can we write y average? Simple, y dt divided by dt. If you take x average, then integration of x dt divided by integration of dt. So this is the equation for average value. Okay, average value of current, average value of power, x, y. So the average value will have this type of common equation. Okay, that value with integration of time divided by integration of time. We will solve one simple numerical. I equal to 3t square, then find the average current in 2 seconds. So we used to solve it like this. I equal to 3t square. If I put t as 2, then I have I equal to 3 into 4, which is equal to 12 ampere. This is wrong. Why? Because this is the equation of instantaneous current. Okay, if you solve instantaneous current, you will get somewhat like this. Okay, for that also you have to find the value of q, then you have to integrate that q, then you will get instantaneous current somewhat like this. Or if it is given as 3t square directly, then you can solve the t value directly, you will get instantaneous current as 12 ampere. But the question is here we have to find the average current. So use the average equation. I average equal to integration of I dt divided by integration of dt. Okay, so here the current will change from 0 to 2 second. It is given 2 second. So we can substitute the limit from 0 to 2 for I dt. The value of I is 3t square. So 3t square into dt divided by here also 0 to 2 dt. Okay, so if you integrate 3t square, then we have to add 1 and we have to write the total value in divided. So we get somewhat, I take 3 outside. Here we get t cube divided by 3. Okay, integration of t square is t cube divided by 3, or integration of t cube t power 4 divided by 4. Integration of t5, if example integration of t5, if you take one example, then it will become t power 5 plus 1 divided by 5 plus 1, which means t power 6 divided by 6. So that is the integration format. Okay, n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So here also integration of t square will be t cube divided by 3. Okay, then the limit 0 to 2. The integration of dt, simply we can write t limit 0 to 2. Okay, if you solve this, I write it here. If you solve this, substitute the upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so 3 upper limit is 2 cube by 3 minus lower limit is 0 cube by 3. Okay, divided by, substitute upper limit minus lower limit, we will get 2 minus 0. 2 minus 0. If I solve this total value will become 0. Okay, here 2 cube divided by 3, I can write 3, 2 cube will be 8 divided by 3 divided by 2 minus 0. Correct? Then 3 get cancelled. Here we have 8 by 2 and the answer will be 4 ampere. So this is the value for average current. If I draw a graph for this, then I have somewhat like this. Okay, so initially it will become 4 ampere in positive and another 4 ampere negative. Okay, so it will change for every 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds 4 ampere for 2 seconds, another 4 ampere for another 2 seconds. So it will change frequently. Then what will the I average value for full cycle? For full complete cycle, what is the value of I average? So this is the value for half cycle, this is the value for another half cycle. For complete cycle, then I have I average value will be 0. Why? Because first 4 value will be in positive side, another 4 ampere will be in negative side. So the total summation will be 0. Correct? So I can write I average for full cycle. For full cycle, we used to put a symbol for average like this, okay, or we can use this symbol also, I bar. So in NCERT book it is given this symbol, I average will be equal to 0. Why? For average current we used to add 2 value divided by 2, correct? If we take what is the average of 10 and 12, how to find the average between 10 and 12? Then we simply use 10 plus 12 divided by 2, correct? Then we get the value 11. 11 is the average for 10 and 12. So similarly, here we have some current in AC. So we want to find the I average, then we have to add that current and divided by 2. So if I add for full cycle, for half cycle I have 4 ampere. For another half cycle I have 4 ampere, but in opposite direction. Then for one full cycle, my average value will become, if I write it for average value for 4 ampere, then I have 4 ampere in positive side, okay, plus another 4 ampere in negative side, divided by 2. What you will get here? 4 minus 4 divided by 2, simply we have 0. So I average value for AC current will always 0. For full cycle, if I take I average for half cycle, what will get? I average for half cycle, we have only 4 ampere, correct? For only half cycle, okay. So if I take positive half cycle, I have positive plus 4 ampere, or we can take a negative half cycle also, we have minus 4 ampere. So if we consider magnitude only, then we have simply 4 ampere for only one half cycle, okay. So if we want to find the value of square value, square current, I average square, then we get, if we take I average square for this, then we have to simply square this term, we have 16 ampere, correct? So this is I average for full cycle. Then I average for half cycle, we will only consider any one current, either positive value or negative value. Then if I take square average, I average square, then we just simply square that value of I average, then we have 16 ampere. For our household purpose, we have current somewhat like 220 AC supply, okay. For household current, we have AC current only for our house, which produced from AC generator, and the value will be 220 voltage, okay. So we have voltage equation V naught sine omega t, and current equation I naught sine omega t, which we studied in AC generator. So these two equations are very much important, okay. In this whole chapter we are going to solve all the equations, derivations with these two equations. V equal to V naught sine omega t, this is the equation for AC voltage, and I equal to I naught sine omega t for AC current. So we have graph for both like sinusoidal wave, okay. So initially it will be 0, then t by 2, and here we have t, 3t by 2, 2t, so it will goes on, okay, for current and time. For voltage also we have the same type of graph, clear? So let me prove that I average for full cycle will be 0. We know already the I average value for full cycle is 0. So we have to prove this very important derivation. In exam point of view, they will ask proof that I average current for full cycle will be 0. So you have to solve this derivation, okay. So initially write the equation for I average for full cycle. So we have somewhat like this: integration I dt divided by integration of dt. This is the equation of I average. So what will be the limit for half cycle? If you see this graph, for half cycle the time will be t by 2, then for another half cycle the time will be t. So for one complete cycle the total time taken is from 0 to t, correct? So the limit will be 0 to t for full cycle. Okay, so substitute the value of I. The value of I is I naught sin omega t for AC current. So we have I naught sin omega t into dt, limit from 0 to t divided by limit 0 to t dt. Do the integration thing. Take I naught outside, that is constant. So what will be the integration of sin theta? Integration of sin theta will be minus cos theta. Okay, so instead of theta here we have omega into t. Theta means angular displacement, omega angular velocity. Angular velocity equal to angular displacement with respect to time. From that equation we take theta equal to omega t. Okay, so take sin omega t. The integration of sin omega t will be minus cos omega t. Then if we have any term with t, we have to write that term in divide. Okay, in denominator we have to write that term which is added with a t. So with t we have omega, write the omega in denominator. So this is the integration of sin omega t. Okay, and then take the limit in backside 0 to t. Then what will be the integration of dt? Simply we can write integration of dt will be t. Okay, limit from 0 to t. So take the minus also outside, minus I naught. I have cos omega t, limit from 0 to t. So here substitute the limit. For t substitute the upper limit, then for t substitute the lower limit. So we have upper limit t minus 0. If I substitute this, then I get somewhat like this: upper limit minus lower limit. So simply we have t, and already here we have omega in denominator. So multiple these two, then it will become omega t, correct? Okay, we substitute the limit and multiple this omega with t, we have omega t. Then substitute limit for this equation, we have minus I naught. Substitute upper limit minus lower limit. So for t, instead of t substitute the upper limit, cos omega. Instead of t substitute upper limit t minus cos omega. For t substitute lower limit, that is 0. Clear? Divided by omega t. Okay, I write it here. For time period we have one equation. Okay, for time period for oscillation of waves or time period for circular motion, or we usually use that equation for wave equation, which we studied in 11th standard, or oscillation. The equation is t equal to 2 pi by omega, correct? This is the equation for time period for sinusoidal wave. Okay, t equal to 2 pi by omega. Or we can rearrange this equation. We have omega equal to 2 pi by t. Hope you remember this equation. T equal to 2 pi by omega, or omega equal to 2 pi by t. So here instead of t, substitute this value. Okay, so what will you get? Take I naught omega t outside. I naught minus I naught divided by omega t. Take this term outside. Okay, cos omega instead of t substitute 2 pi by omega. So 2 pi by omega minus cos omega 0. What is the value of cos 0? Omega into 0, it will be 0. Then cos 0 value will be 1. So simply I take 1. Clear? Then omega get cancelled. We have cos 2 pi. What's the value of cos 2 pi? Cos 2 pi means 360 degree. Okay, pi means 180 degree. Cos 2 pi means 2 into 180, 360 degree. And the value of cos 360 degree is also 1. So we get minus I naught divided by omega t. The value of cos 2 pi is 1. Here also we have cos 0, 1. Then 1 minus 1 will be 0. 0 into anything. Here also we have 0. So hence I average for full cycle is always 0 proved. Clear? Then what is the I average value for half cycle? For a half cycle we have graph. Okay, for full cycle we take from 0 to t. For a half cycle 0 to t by 2. So only for half cycle the limit will be 0 to t by 2. So do the same process, we get the half cycle value. Okay, so 0 to t by 2 I dt divided by integration of dt. This is the equation for I average. Okay, for half cycle I take limit from 0 to t by 2. Okay, substitute the value of current in AC form. In AC form we have 0 to t by 2. Instead of I, substitute I naught sine omega t into dt divided by, simply I can do the integration here. We know simple integration of dt will be t. So t lower limit and upper limit. Okay, so do the integration part. Integration of sine omega t will be minus cos omega t, correct? So take I naught outside the integration. Integration of sine omega t will be minus cos omega t. In divided also we have 1 omega. Okay, then take the limit backside 0 to t by 2. Here substitute the limit also. For upper limit t by 2 minus 0. So we have simply t by 2, correct? Take this minus also outside. Here we have minus I naught cos omega t divided by omega 0 to t by 2. Or we can say this omega also take into denominator. So here we have omega, here we have t by 2. So it will become omega t by 2, correct? So I can write this as omega t by 2. Okay, so for this term we have 0 to t by 2. Then if you substitute the limit, instead of t substitute t by 2 minus, instead of t substitute 0. We have cos omega, instead of t substitute t by 2 minus cos omega, instead of t substitute the lower limit 0. Okay, in divided we have omega t by 2. Clear? Here instead of t substitute the value of t equal to 2 pi by omega. So substitute that value. We have minus I0 I naught cos omega 2 pi by 2 omega. Here also we have 1 2. So 2 pi by omega into 2 minus cos omega into 0, cos 0 value will be 1. Okay, so here also do the same thing. Instead of t substitute 2 pi by omega 2 pi by omega. Here we have 1 2, correct? So cancel the term, 2 get cancelled, omega get cancelled. Here also 2 get cancelled. Omega and omega get cancelled. Here we have cos pi minus 1. Here we have pi. So minus I naught cos pi minus 1 divided by pi. What's the value of cos pi? Cos pi means cos 180. The value of cos 180 is minus 1. Okay. So here we have minus I naught. Instead of cos pi minus 1. Here also minus 1 divided by pi. So minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. Minus 2 into minus I naught plus 2 I naught. So 2 I naught divided by pi. This is the equation of I average for half cycle. Clear? Here we usually have one doubt. How to find the exact value for cos 180 or cos pi, 2 pi, 3 pi by 2 or cos 360, sin 360. We have some doubts like that. Always, right? We know the value of sin 0 is 0. That is, we frequently use to that value. Sin 0 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. Even though we know the value of sin 90, sin 90 value will be 1. Okay, just opposite of sin 0. Then cos 90 just opposite of cos 0. For cos 0 it is 1, cos 90 it is 0. So we know all these 4 values, but we don't know furthermore value. If we take cos 180 or sin 180, we are struggle to find the value of those difficult terms. So I will teach you one trick, one simple trick by using the graph. Then you can easily able to find the value for all the 4 quadrant. For sin value, okay, take the graph. The graph always start with 0. So this is 0 line. The graph always start with 0 for sin. Okay, so graph start here. First half cycle, second half cycle, third and fourth quadrant. Okay, so for sin 0, here we have value 0 plus 1, 2, it goes like on. Okay, here we have 0 and minus 1, minus 2, okay, it goes like that. So for sin 0, we already know the value will be 0. Okay, it start here. The value of sin 0 will be 0. Then it goes to positive half cycle. This is the maximum value. Maximum value means sin 90. So here we have sin 90 degree. For sin 90 degree, the value will be 1. Okay. So we can say sin 90 as pi by 2. Okay, for pi by 2, we have 1. Or sin 90, we have 1. Clear? Then the graph further reduce. After sin 90, the value of sin will be reduced. Okay, so it reduce and here at this point. So after sin 90, here we have 180, right? After pi by 2, here we have pi. Pi means 180 degree. For 180 degree, again it lies with 0 value, correct? So for sin 90, I write here, for sin 0, it will be 0. Then sin 90, it will be maximum 1. After sin 90, the value will reduce. So for sin 180 degree, again it will be 0. Correct? Then after that, after sin 180, the value will reduce, or we can say the value will increase but in opposite direction. Value will increase but in opposite direction. So at this point here we have 3 pi by 2, right? This is 3 pi by 2. Or we can say 270 degree, both are same. In degree we say 270, in radian we say 3 pi by 2. Both are same. So for 270 degree or 3 pi by 2, the value will be maximum but in opposite direction, which means minus 1. Okay, so I can say for sin 270, the value will be maximum but in opposite direction, which means minus 1. Then after that the value will increase. Okay, it is going to in positive direction, so it will increase up to 360 degree, or we can say 2 pi, both are same in degree 360, in radian 2 pi. So again for 2 pi or 360 degree, the value lies in 0. Correct, the value lies in 0. So here also for sine 360, the value will be 0. Clear? So this is for sine. If you remember this graph, simply you draw the graph. If you confuse with the value, you don't know the value of sine 180, or you don't know the value of sine 2 pi, sine 3 pi by 2, simply draw the graph, you will get all the value. Okay, this is for sine. For cos, we know for cos, the value of cos 0 will be 1. Okay, the value of cos 0 will be 1. So the graph itself start from here. Okay, for sine it start from here because sine 0 is 0, but for cos it start from 1 because cos 0 value will be 1. Okay, so after that what will happen, the cos value will reduce when we increase the angle or when we increase the time. Okay, so it will reduce like this. Here we have cos 90. Okay, so here we have 90 degree, or we can say pi by 2. Correct? So for cos pi by 2, the value lies on 0. Then after that, further the graph will goes like this. Okay, so after 90 degree, the value will increase but in opposite direction. So for cos 180 degree, here we have 180 degree or pi. Correct? 180 degree or pi. So the value will be in opposite direction, -1. So I can write it here. For cos 0, the value will be 1. Then for cos 90, the value is 0. For cos 180 degree, the value will be -1. Okay, in opposite direction. Then again the graph goes towards positive cycle. So it reach here. At this point, we have the value of cos 270. Okay, cos 270 degree or 3 pi by 2. Okay, for cos 270 or 3 pi by 2, we have the value lies on 0. So we can write cos 270 value will be 0. Then the graph again increase up to here. So here we have 360 degree. Okay, 360 degree, or in radian we can write 2 pi. So for 360 degree or 2 pi, we have value lies on +1. Okay, so for cos 360 degree, we have +1. So this is one complete cycle for cos. For cos, it start from here, end with here. This is one complete cycle. Okay, for sine it start here, end here. This is one complete cycle. Clear? So if you have any doubts whenever you are solving any exam, okay, you are solving any numerical problems in our board exam, okay, or any type of competitive exam, you are confused with these values, then simply you draw the graph. Always start sine value with 0, always start cos value with 1, then you will get graph like this. Okay, then think about the value for another half cycle for every 90 degree, then you will get all the value perfectly correct. Clear? So this is all about today's class. Hope you will enjoy today's class. Take notes and send me in group. Thank you.